Hi everyone, welcome back. And in this exercise, we're going to talk about worry dolls. So worry dolls are tiny handmade dolls, most often made in Guatemala. People would tell the dolls their concerns before bed and then place them under their pillow, and the worries would go away overnight. So we are going to fill our pages with brightly colored worry dolls and write any worries along each side of each doll if you wish. So you can see here that I have my own little sketch pad. I want to preserve my book. And I'm just writing little notes. First thing that came to mind was being alone. That's a worry that I have. And then the second one I have is money. And then the next one is success. So I just kind of started in the middle here. And I am drawing my first worry doll. Now you can make your doll any way that you like. In the book it kind of makes the dolls like a tunic. That's what worry dolls from Guatemala usually kind of look like. But you are welcome to make it any design that you want. So I have 3 worries, and so I am going to make 3 worry dolls using the same basic design here that you can see. And I'm just using pencil, just an easy sketch. And for each doll I have changed the hair. If you can think of like different hairstyles, you can add those to your doll too. So I'm just making little details, hands, and you want to make some feet and yeah, I'm making a short bob here for this one. And I made different necklines for this one. There's different scoop necks or kind of a tighter neck. And now I have my pen out. I'm ready to do the overlining. So for this, I just kind of do basically a trace of my pencil sketch. I like the design of kind of a contour style, which is not picking your pen up, although I sort of do a halfway where I kind of go over it twice, and it gives it that effect of contouring. But you can see here that I am just kind of etching the sketches very carefully and making them more detailed and defined. You can take your time with this. Just remember, this is an exercise to think and meditate on your worries. What are your worries? What do you think about on a daily basis? Just breathe and relax. Don't worry about being perfect on these exercises. If you're new to drawing, that's okay. The point is just to process through the emotions, through the feelings. You can see here I'm adding curly hair on this one. And working on the last doll. You notice I didn't make any faces on my dolls, and I think that's because you'll see here in a minute I'm going to identify the worry dolls at the bottom of their tunics. And so I feel like faces are a sort of identity. And I also kind of want to keep it sort of anonymous, if that makes any sense. Yeah, this particular doll has a little bob I want to add onto it. So I'm using just a regular, this is a Stadler pen. I also like Micron pens. They're really handy to use. Now I'm going to go in here and write down the worry at the bottom. So I'm using kind of a block letter font. You are welcome to use any type of font that you want. This first one is being alone. And then the next one is money. Okay, and then the third one is going to be success. And I would say those are probably my main three worries. Being alone, I live overseas, I am single, and I always worry about, relationships, I guess. And yeah, it's just a different life here. I'm around people, but I kind of stand out here too. And so I worry about that. Money, growing up, we never had a lot of money. And so that's always been like a worry of mine. I think that's maybe projected from my family. So I always tend to worry about making money. Now you can see here I'm going in and just erasing the pencil marks that I did, just to sort of clean it up. And then I pulled out my colored pencils. I'm getting ready to color in everything here. And so I like to start in with the skin colors. So you can see this is kind of a fair skinned doll, and then this is a darker skinned that I've added to the right. And then the third one is going to be kind of a tan skin, a little bit darker than the fair. I like variety, and it kind of gives it a little bit of a balance with that. Now I'm going in with the hair just to give it more detail. Putting the colored pencil over the pen really makes it kind of pop out, especially with the color. Adding blue hair to her, and then I decided that I want to add some purple to the right hand doll, and then I also add in a little bit of yellow to the middle, so each of the hair colors have two different things. Now I'm going in to color the tunics. My pressure is a little bit harder on this because I want a nice, good, bold color, coloring evenly. And going in between all of the letters. Okay, and then the belt, I go in extra hard so that the color will pop. And then it's the same thing for the green one. Just kind of color it evenly. So what kind of worries do you have? What are the things that kind of pop up in your head each and every day? Do you worry about being provided for? Do you worry about a job or relationships? Maybe your home situation. These are some things to put down for your worry doll. And this exercise, we want to kind of cast our worries onto these pages. The Guatemalan tradition is to put the dolls under their pillows and then they would go away overnight. So in this way, we can cast our worries onto the page and close our books up. And then we don't have to worry about them. And if those worries continue to pop up, you can journal about them. And again, when you write them down and then close your book, the worries are gone. You're clearing them out of your head. So now I'm going here and just coloring in the letters. And I'm using kind of a hard pressure because I want those letters to pop out. The last one, success. I tend to worry about jobs too. I'm in the process of changing a job very soon. And also trying to figure out what I'm going to do. I'm in a situation where I'm sort of reinventing myself and putting myself out there into the workforce, going to a different location. So that's always new and exciting, but it's also a little bit scary and worrisome. So now I'm going in, I just want to warm up the page. I'm using a yellow colored pencil to kind of make a nice warm background. And so that's basically it. Thank you so much for joining me today, and I'll see you in the next video.